I'm an American. I'm an American. I love this country.
I wonder what kind of movie we're watching.
A really bad one.
Do you think?
Yeah.
New guy, you can't be wearing that.
Oh, so everybody wears a onesie?
No.
No?
No. Either you guys step forward.
Sorry, Tim.
Okay.
We tried. I mean, we tried. So, hi Ito.
Hello.
Welcome to Bad Movie Mountain. Ito, for those who don't know, is the entire reason we watched Lethal Ninja and Elves. Two, shelf of things. He is the equivalent of long-time listener, first-time caller. First time on the show. Unfortunately for you,
Oh no.
obviously everybody knows who Neil Breen is.
Obviously, he's a mega famous film star.
I wish I didn't.
Well, Neil Breen literally has Ito's name and address.
I try to forget that every
Yeah, I'll remind you of every time we see you. So, start at the beginning. Double Down. It is the winner.
The winner, yeah.
So we already know it wins. Dangerously controversial. Stunning desperation. 4 stars. The controversial story of a lone genius who closes down the Las Vegas Strip. ... The government can't stop him. ... As he reunites with his dead girlfriend each night.
Why are the government trying to stop him reuniting with his dead girlfriend?
Maybe she was criminal?
Oh, yeah.
Please tell me that's not during a sex scene.
Now, all cards on the table. We've seen Double Down before. You've seen Double Down before.
I think, was it, 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah.
It's been a while.
And am I mistaken in thinking that Double Down might be your favorite Breen movie?
Out of all the Breen movies, which is 3, 4, 5, counting the one that is coming this year? 6 counting the one that is here. Okay, that's my favorite, yes.
Alright, well then you're in for a treat, because it's your favorite.
Maybe, we'll see.
His face is giving me anxiety. Knowing that we have to watch this again. It's fine, it's absolutely fine. And, yeah, okay. Don't worry, Meeks, there's no art on the disc. It's just a white disc with text written on it. It's a DVD art. So, try not to trip over your box when we leave the room.
I don't know what you're talking about. I naturally grow like it's so. It's perfectly natural for me.
This is your usual height. That was you on your knees.
Yeah, that was me and my niece.
Okay. Well then, let's go then. Very tall, too.
That's me and my niece again.
You wander out on your knees.
Mm-hmm.
Yay! Are you coming?
Maybe, yes. Okay.
Come on, Breen. Breen. You didn't step on the box. That would have been the perfect joke for the camera. It's fine. It's all fine. Smallest guest. Would you like to say something to Mix? Since you're...
Yes, fuck you, Mix. You're the smallest.
I'm sure I can use that. Or something with that. Right?
Right.
Jasper's head poking over the top there. Right. Where it says he and him, it really should just have an arrow. Him. Look at his smug little face. Look at his smug little face. Look at him. Look at him. Oh, you're getting itched. Maybe we'll just have half an hour of this, Jasper. Instead of talking about this really boring, dull film. Cisco had high hopes for. Stock footage, the movie!
Only in theaters.
Double down.
Here's the thing, every time I see this, I am shocked at how much stock footage is in it, and you'd think I would be prepared for it having seen this so many times. But every time I am shocked, because 90% of the movie is just random stock footage that doesn't portray any message. It's just meaningless. A skeleton leg. So what's he doing right now?
I never noticed that skeleton leg. Why
Oh,
is there a
come on.
skeleton leg
You
there?
must have.
My name is Aaron Brand.
Now I will be testing you
always thought
both
I
at
was
the end
gonna
and
be
asking you
right
what his
there.
name is, right?
I will not remember
I was
his
the first in my
name.
class in college in computer science.
You didn't kill him very well, Breen.
He absolutely meant that because he's the best. I'm too tired.
I'm just a simple person. All I wanted was to be happy.
Just a simple.
Raising a family.
He spent the last 15 minutes saying how good he is, and now he's just a simple person?
He's just a simple fighter pilot, hacker, spy, mercenary, okay? Who
lives on tuna.
Who makes millions of dollars.
and gives it all to charity.
Yes.
That's how simple he is as a person.
Why show this shot? He's showing you how amazing he is, and then he's just got absolutely covered with tuna. And nearly crashes.
What does eating tuna in the car even...
Hell, I invented half the system.
How does it connect it to the story?
He tells you that all he needs to live is tuna.
It's tuna.
He lives in his car and eats only tuna.
And
That's
he has to eat tuna while driving.
You're drinking water, you lying cunt.
Biological
Is what
bombs.
any simple man does, okay? Every single simple man has at least 5 cities just rigged to blow.
Yes, major cities around the world.
These attack systems will be activated if I do not send a coded computer satellite command to each of them every 3rd day. I've invented an invisible shield device using satellite lasers, which I can hide
But
objects in a
he
small
he was sitting in the back
so that I can stay in a location
of the
for
car.
some time.
I
But
love
what?
the fact that
What?
the zoom
What?
Disappear. I become invisible.
He should be seen in
You-
that shot.
What?
The assassin should be
Force
seen
shield
in
will
that
cause
shot.
death
When they...
when the intruder gets
He disappears?
Also, was this assassin 5 years old?
Because of satellite lasers.
He
don't.
becomes invisible?
He has a
Yes.
force field that will kill anybody if they get too close to his invisible car. None of these laptops are turned on.
Visible.
Why don't I remember the outcome of this subplot thing?
I think it's because there probably isn't one. Oh, we found boots.
It's from potentially Neil Breen's cowboy boots. Fucking take that! Snakeskin boot motherfucker!
An empty body bag.
He found the body bag.
But it's empty.
Yes. And
But he pulled up next to Breen's car.
Yeah, he did.
Yes.
Literally pulled up right next to the car,
does he has more than one car?
which, from what we saw earlier, should have killed him with by the force field camouflage.
The satellite laser force field.
And now they're making an airplane?
I'm so happy. Oh,
Oh, and Breen.
I can't wait to be your wife.
That's not a sniper
We'll
rifle.
always be together.
Hat could make the
I
shot,
need to
it's
know
fine.
that Something extraordinary is possible.
They're shooting at her,
Oh, jeez, he says, as she's shot in the back.
and there is no blood there.
Oh, please
Oh, well,
tell me
don't
that
worry.
wasn't an orgasm.
That is his thing. Oh, there we go. Keep your legs together, please. You as
She was
well,
shot in the
Breen.
back. Whoa.
Why he has blood on his hands, but
doesn't
not on
have-
her?
Obviously, she doesn't have blood where she was shot.
What?
Oh, no,
now
she
she does. Why?
Neil
No.
Breen ball sack, Ito!
Oh, my eyes.
Look at the ball sack.
Oh, God, why? What did I do to deserve this?
Here's the thing: you put that blood on the face yourself.
So wait a minute.
We saw the kill shot. He didn't have blood on his. He didn't.
Yeah, he smeared that on himself.
The wife gets shot, but not him?
Yes.
But
They
why?
were too
They
scared
can't
to kill
kill
him.
him.
Oh,
They
because he has
They
bombs
killed
in
her because they were
major.
scared of him, but they were too scared to
always
kill
be
him.
Because he has bombs
Even
in the
in death.
major cities of the world.
Hard to get.
Hello, random guy.
I just arrived in town an hour ago.
Okay.
It's nice to be here.
They are not interacting with one another at all.
Although I can't be too careful. I'm not going in your office buildings. I know they're all bugged. Sure.
Could you maybe, do a voiceover or something? Because that's very loud hissing.
How can I help you?
Yeah, I'll have a Big Mac with fries, please.
The other basic reality of modern warfare.
Also,
Because he's still talking.
Hi, how can I help you?
High technology has limitations.
Who are you talking to now?
are they attacking him?
Wouldn't they just die? Because of the force field?
Well, presumably he's wandered off into the desert.
Oh,
Hi, old man.
Hello, old man.
Old man.
That is an old man, you're right.
It does not look like a terrorist, no. I don't remember the old man at all.
Oh, I do. Wait for it. Wait for it.
He's attacking him?
Doesn't need to. Unless Neil knew that would happen, Mr. Breen, and so climbed to the top.
Might he have caused that telepathically?
I felt I knew his spirit.
Because I wouldn't be surprised.
He knows his spirit.
He knows
okay.
his spirit.
But have this magic rock.
I am.
And Breen there, I don't know if you heard, mumbled, I am the one.
What? That's not big enough to be for his body.
Yes, there's at least two names.
No, what I mean is this is his parents he's shouting at.
Oh.
Okay.
How do you guys not remember anything from this film?
My brain protected me and blocked everything.
What? What?
Is there a heaven?
When did you get to the lake?
I've got to know.
The poison lake.
We are filled with love.
Electronic.
Are you spilling your secrets
Public
to these
never knows
people?
what we're doing. It's all
What?
done in very, very secret ways. Can I have some water, please?
Can I get it?
Yes.
Please, am I allowed to get Neil Breen some water? Oh, please.
But wait, there was water in that cup. Why are you bringing him more water?
There is one we want to share with you. Our daughter Megan was just diagnosed with brain cancer. Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Oh, I can hear how sorry you are.
No, thank you.
What? She didn't thank you.
Tonight, I believe I cured Megan of cancer.
Based on what information?
I want to help you. I want to use that power.
Because he touched her while holding the rock, which makes him the one.
You're the one who killed me, you fucker!
Confirmed.
What's confirmed?
What is going on? Why are you
Why is he
naked?
sleeping now?
Give me the president.
What?
Contact has been made.
Contact with
Is that
what?
the president?
It's all easy.
It's all easy.
Network-centric warfare.
Hi again.
Stay back.
Yeah, you fucking stay back, boyo.
Genius. The best.
Obviously.
You know that.
Obviously.
Of course.
This time, it's personal.
Okay.
Assassination. We want to kill someone.
That's what an assassination is. What?
Like, I don't know. He nodded to the phone.
Great. We don't even hear half a conversation. We get a nod.
We're married? What? How?
Why is he telling her that they are married?
I've got the package.
I don't know.
She can hear you.
No. I want to be married to you.
What?
What? You don't know him.
What do you mean I picked up the wrong couple?
Oh man, the best spy ever, and he gets the wrong couple.
But he's apparently
And he's
already
got
been
tomato
shot.
sauce on his head. Oh no!
Suicide.
They committed
No, they
suicide.
By shooting themselves directly in the forehead.
Yes.
They knew Neil Breen was after
And
them,
didn't
so they
sub
killed
over.
themselves.
They leant on each other
Yes.
after shooting themselves in the forehead.
Yes.
Presumably at the exact same time.
Mm-hmm.
Now.
What? Being the best. Oh no, his wife's turned into a skeleton. Oh no! Neil, her
what
jaw!
have you done?
Neil?
What?
What did you do to her jaw, Neil?
Oh, excuse me.
Have some anthrax random.
Why did you do that?
Kills immediately.
What was that for, Neil? Amazing. Oh look, we're back at that car park again.
Why are you parking that way?
Oh my god.
Certainly is.
This has been going for an hour and 3 minutes, and I feel like we're 4 hours in at this point. What? Why are you that close together?
What?
It's like a Naked Gun skit. They should have been firing in the previous shot.
It broke
Oh.
open. Run! Killed.
But what?
When was this scene?
He's on a quest.
What quest?
Don't ask. He's protected.
Don't ask.
Protected?
He's protected.
Very top. Extremely top secret.
Okay, I'm not asking.
Last month, we tried to use a drone aircraft to track him. He picked it up with his laptop, took control of it, crashed into the ground way before it even reached him.
Okay.
Millions up in smoke.
Yep.
He's done that many times before.
Okay.
So the orders up from the top is not to track him or follow him anymore.
Not gonna try.
He's too smart for us.
Okay.
Magician.
Shut the fuck up! I didn't ask! Where you going, Breen? Are you going for another laptop? Is there an old man up there? Empty clip. Empty clip.
But are you preventing an attack on Las Vegas or are you causing the attack in Las Vegas?
Oh wait, action scene. You see all those soldiers charging them across the field?
I don't.
You do. There they are, look, all of them.
Oh, yeah, I can see
Yeah,
them now.
There you go, you see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to disturb your lunch.
Disturb whose lunch?
There's nobody there, Breen.
What?
Come on! Anyway,
Fine, after all that.
No time for anything else.
we have to get you a cut-off
So,
jean jacket.
did he
Peter.
just kill someone? I mean,
Supposedly.
who?
I
Why?
honestly
The
think it
Medal
was
of Honor.
supposed to be people like sneaking
Medal
up on
for
him. They just didn't have any
meritorious
extras, so. Hang on to your ass.
Can't go on with this. I can't go on with this.
What?
I'm an American. I'm an American. I love this country.
Okay.
You love this
country.
country so much you've bombed 5 of the cities. Murdered a fuck ton of people. He super loves the country.
release airborne anthrax.
Yeah. He was just wandering through Vegas, anthraxing people.
That's right, commit! Commit to the scream! Just keep running, Breen.
Just keep running.
Never stop running.
The best thing about the scream is every time you see him run now, all your head plays is his scream.
Yes.
I'll just edit it into every scene of him running.
Forgive me.
Forgive you for what?
Make time stand still.
Anyway, need a new laptop. So
just not even like it wasn't even covered. You could clearly see them.
Yeah.
And they're not even wrapped in bags.
The bag blew away in the breeze. He's not chasing it down. Oh, it's this scene again from the beginning of the movie.
Who? What? Who's clapping?
You have nothing to worry about.
Why?
What?
Why would I be
Why are you
worried?
clapping?
Who would be worried about what? These people.
Oh, those are the people who got the anthrax.
But why is he
What?
sitting down? What? Very real.
No idea why that happened, but how could what happen?
The fire?
This event will force us to totally restructure our intelligence system.
What event?
These are just small distractions compared to what's going to happen to Las Vegas.
But you say you would
And
stop it.
others.
But
This is more than we could prepare for.
What was?
apparently a single fire.
Oh, fuck you, laptop! You never worked anyway! Oh, the most pathetic. Just gonna. That'll show you. Stock footage.
Forgive me. It had to be this way.
What had to be what way?
This movie. He's very sorry, though. He's very, very
He
sorry.
should be.
He's very, very sorry.
The end.
Directed by Neil Breen.
Did I
Musical
slip?
director Neil Breen. Editor Hayden Lane. You're not Neil Breen.
And
if you're a
Neil
real
Breen.
human being that's not Neil Breen, how did you edit this?
Well, it also says editor Neil Breen.
I'm wondering if I slipped in the shower, hit my head, and I'm convulsing right now.
Well,
and this is what my mind came
Are
with.
you about to give somebody your magic rock?
They're all intended to be fictitious. But he's so prescient that he might have accidentally, because he knows everything. He might have written in all real people.
He knows more than the government does.
But they were intended to be fictitious. They're not actually, but they were intended.
They are intended as.
From a technical side, mostly it's fine. There's no boom mics in shot. The audio's clear. You can hear what they're saying. You don't understand why they're saying it.
You can hear his tail while you're trying to talk. Just whacking the chair. Are you helping, Jasper? Are you super helping?
Yeah. So, from a technical standpoint, the film is mostly fine.
Stop hitting the chair. Cisco's trying to talk. That's going to pick up on the mic. Is this going to be thump? We need another Jasper thumpometer. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
All right, I think I've muffled him.
Okay.
You might be able to get some words in now without thump.
From a technical side,
You're right. You're taller than me.
I told you I was.
What movie watching?
Neil Breen's Double Down.
Yeah. Is it here? Oh. Well, while you're here, do you want to watch I Am Here ... now with us?
No.
Wasn't asking you.
Oh, no.
Oh shit, I think he fell down the stairs. Alright, come on then. Come on, Ian.
Come on, Ian. Come on.
No. No, help me.
Think we might need a new intern. Come on, Ito. What's with the sad face?
Well, what do you mean, what's with the sad face? 2 Breen movies. 2, not 1, 2.
Ooh, it's Battlestar Galactica.
It's stock footage.
If only it was Battlestar Galactica.
It's Danny.
Oh, it's Danny.
Moon.
He cameos in a Neil Breen movie.
Yeah. The Danny cameo.
I am here. ... Axeman 13. ... No!
Why 4 dots?
Because it's Breen.
Because he doesn't know that it's 3 dots for an ellipses.
And he disembarks his spaceship on a crucifix. Just in case you don't get the techno-Jesus metaphor. Ram chips!
What?
No!
What am I seeing?
You're seeing Jesus.
Am I seeing inside of him? That came out wrong.
Yeah, this is his colon, yes.
Why is he turning into an ape?
The human species.
Oh, thanks for clarifying. Very real spider. Very real tarantula there.
What? What? What?
His anthrax!
It's alright.
Freezing ability. Watch.
What?
It's amazing.
But the hair's still moving, the clothes still moving. So
Speaking of those clothes, Ito.
Oh no.
Oh, hang on.
They
Exposition?
think they may have an opportunity to use it now. But are they in for a surprise?
Who? Okay, bye. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
That's all I have to say.
Okay, bye.
Now I'm leaving.
Systems and environment, but
due to the economy,
big business and government
you're
just won't
all
let it
fired.
happen.
So you are HR
We're all
and you
very
are firing them on the street.
Yeah,
Yes. Well, they can't film inside the building, Ito. You don't have permission for that.
And you are allegedly part of the government.
And it's always
and you are firing them on the street.
Yes. Yes. Fuck yeah.
Is this in this really nice neighborhood? This.
No, it'll cut to like. Oh, well, hang on.
Okay. Them's the twins.
Oh, that's a very real baby. Not a dummy! That feels inappropriate, but.
I can't believe I was laid off.
Become a stripper. An
What?
escort. You'd be great at that. You
She-
just have to give up your...
She's doing research
There is no
for
way I'm
renewable
gonna be a
energies, and you ask her sister suggests her to become a stripper
You may not have
And an
a
escort.
choice.
and an escort. Like she can't find any other job somewhere else.
Just to get you started.
She's a
You can lie to
researcher.
everyone like all the other girls do.
Okay.
What?
Wow.
I just came in my pants. Wow.
Since
Very
when?
hot. I'd like to do any of these two guys at the same time.
Oh no.
Okay. Exactly.
Yes. It's...
Hell yeah! I'll do her.
Damn. Twins.
Why? Just think about your plastic baby.
What?
Anyway, elsewhere. The editing, though, come on, that was on point.
Yes.
They're going to have an unfortunate accident.
No! Don't cut off my ear!
Oh, there's that scream again. No, don't cut off my ear.
And the same scene.
Yes.
Again.
At least it almost makes sense in context here.
Don't cut off my hand!
Yes. Okay, and you chop the hand. You would never chop a hand with that kind of knife.
Least of its concerns, Ito. Stop playing that sound effect. Oh no, hang on.
One more time. They look afraid of the water. Maybe they don't know how to swim.
Maybe try another take. No, Ito.
She fell off.
Look at the grace in the scene, Ito. The fluid, graceful motion. Look at it. Surely that's not acceptable, Breen.
Do a second take.
This is fucking hilarious.
What are they laughing at? What's so funny?
I love the awkward step forward to freeze.
I'm sorry. We have to lay you off.
You already did that.
I'm so sorry.
I don't understand how they could let this happen. Sustainable energy systems are our future.
Is that the mother or is that the sister?
That's the sister of the what? Did they switch places?
I'm sure this is only a temporary delay.
Wait, is she now working for
This
the
is not a temporary
environmental
delay.
agency?
It's more politics and corporate greed.
But she wasn't.
But they lost
her
their
sister wasn't.
But they both lost their jobs.
No, the other one didn't. She was always an escort. That was the point.
Yes. It's just not in right order.
No. They've just switched. I think they've just switched. He's forgotten which one's which.
I think so too, yes.
Now I've lost my job, and I'm not going to be able to find another one.
That was your sister!
I'm an environmental activist, and it's getting me nowhere.
You weren't an activist. You were a researcher.
Politicians and society still have no interest, nor money to help improve
That's
the
the other sister again.
I'll become a full-time hooker or stripper. Tell him I got a part-time job at the mall.
But
Don't worry, babe.
you're already
It'll be
a
okay.
stripper and hooker.
No, but it would make sense if this scene was meant to take place earlier in the movie.
Tell her the truth.
He's gonna be.
Part-time job at the.
He's gonna become a car thief.
She's gonna become a
what?
hooker. He's gonna become a car thief.
He's going down the career path of car thief.
I think I know him.
From where?
That face.
Oh God, you won't forget the Breen face. That's true. Just keep walking, lady. You don't want any of that. You want none of that.
Oh.
Did you forget these scenes?
He just has sex with her then.
Yes.
There's no meeting, no seduction.
Wait for it to get worse.
That's the implication.
It gets worse.
Oh. Okay.
Your hair's going in my eye.
No, why? Why?
Wait.
What? This damn piece of garbage?
Scream again.
Twice again. Nope, 3 times the charm.
I like what I see.
Okay.
Oh no, that's going to become a clip, isn't it? I love how this is how you change clothing, Hito.
Yes.
This is how you show the change
you're
of clothing
changing, yes.
in a film.
Throwing the clothes and then grabbing your old clothes.
I hope you realise we're going to film you changing out of the onesie. It's going to be just like this.
But why? Why? We have already established that he is an alien.
So not only do we get
He's a zombie, a caveman.
Not only do we get a Neil Breen sex scene, we get to see it twice. And this, I think that we've seen that at least once before, like
multiple times, yeah. It's a very touching love scene. I don't know what you're laughing at. You're ruining it for Breen. You're ruining it.
I call dibs on that scene.
Oh man. Oh jeez.
They're finally using this bit of stock footage twice.
Everything twice. At a bare minimum twice. Had the dolphins twice. We've had the wind turbines twice. You're now getting your solar farm twice.
A lot of the lines of dialogue are actually written twice, as in they say the same line twice.
Nope.
Oh no!
Three times.
They've ruined it.
Third time's the charm.
You've ruined your twice motif, Breen.
Third time for the dolphins too.
Well, we need the solar farm again now.
I will give them one more chance.
Will you?
If they fail, I will destroy this planet.
Just do it.
You did
You got your second.
Yet.
Whoop.
It's going back to the cross.
Back up on the cross.
That's just the same scene reversed.
Yeah.
And that's the same scene.
I don't think that's the same scene.
No, it's not. That's actually the effect going backwards.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the same scene.
That is the same scene.
It really should say, I was here, ... then.
Okay, Bronx Warriors.
Yeah, well, that window's wide open.
Shut the window.
Yeah, well, that window's wide open.
Ready? I don't know.
Calm down, Panda.
Give me a minute.
You started shooing and he just burst out laughing.
Because it's the way you went, right, well, the window's wide open. It's just like... Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm trying to control myself. Okay.
You're not even in the shot. You just have to do nothing.
It would kill me with the window thing. It's cool.
You wonder why it takes so long to get an episode done, Nito?
Now I know why. Oh, shit. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Everything's going wrong. I'm sorry.
Fuck you, Mickey.
Right.
I'm
Ready?
gonna send Mix outside. I think he's dead.
No, I heard him whimpering.
Yeah, I think he's dead. Okay, so
Come back again.
don't do Neil Breen, and if you do, don't do two Neil Breens, one after a fucking other. Okay.
I am your spirit.
Come on.
Don't cry forever. Come on. Come on.
Alright.
Oh. I'll cut that, don't worry, don't. Face all up in shot. That's all fine. Right. Aren't you glad you visited? Ah.
I'm sorry, not been. Why?
Neil Breen ball sack,
no. Oh, my eyes.
Look at the ball sack.
Oh, God, why? What did I do to deserve this?
That's fine. That's totally fine. I mean,
There
yeah.
you go. Yeah,
Is that enough Breen face for you?
That's more Breen than I
That's
wanted.
more Breen than anybody could ever possibly desire.
Yes.
Okay, so fuck this episode, but I mean, how the fuck are you supposed to do these?
On the ground, hand to hand, by way of guerrilla warfare.
Guerrilla warfare.
And that's a plane. What does that imply?
That he's traveling somewhere?
Nope.
Nope.
Bye.
Counterintelligence agencies are not.
Bye, person on the street.
Probably never will.
He starts the movie saying he's the best at anything. He works for the government, and somehow he gets disillusioned with the government. And there's this woman that he's going to marry, and there's a woman that is short scene with him and that woman. And there he proposes. She says yes. They're in a pool, and she gets shot. She gets killed. And then she's floating on that pool, first with no blood on her back, and then another shot with blood on her back, as she should have. And then, for whatever reason, he is floating next to her.
And what do you see in that scene?
I wish I could forget what
do you see? You don't.
Oh, God, why?
So,
I mean, just to say, that really didn't cover most of the movie.
He saw Neil Breen's ball sack. Leave him alone. So, double down, and I am here. ... Now, every time we mention that, we have to add an extra dot. So we're up to 5. Remember that. These two aren't films. They aren't regular films. Okay, they can't be considered a regular film. They can't be considered a B movie. You can't review these like you would a normal film or any bad movie we've ever done on the mountain, because there is no start, there is no middle, there is no end, there is no story. Usually we talk about things like, oh, the production value, oh, the acting was bad in this, or oh, the camera work was terrible, or hey, the editing was stupid or hilarious. It goes without saying everything in these is bad, right?
Yes.
We can't review them like we would review a normal film because they're not normal films. So I put it to you, can we figure out what the fuck was happening or what was supposed to be happening? We can start with Double Down.
Oh, God.
And we can talk about favourite scenes if they exist. But, Ito, generally speaking, you don't have to get into any specifics, but generally speaking, what was Double Down about? What was it supposed to be?
Well, like I said, he's the best. He's trying really hard to establish the premise that he's the main character. He's the absolute best. He's the master of anything that there is in the world. And he goes on, you know, movie saying, engineer the best, space program the best, military the best, and all that for him to say, hey, this is the premise of the movie. You have to understand the best. And goes every day or every day to prevent the bomb going off. If the bomb goes off, but they say they kill her, then why wouldn't he just send those?
Well, he's in this scenario, so anyone can hack into any act of terrorism because he still everything that he can take the world down by himself from his car just to light you.
That's
and dead laptops. In X-5 secret hacker, bioengineer who sends terrorists because his wife is being murdered. He then meets an old man who immediately dies, but before he dies, he gives him a magic rock. And he thinks he kills cancer, doesn't have to amazing. Then he goes to assassinate somebody, but gets the wrong people because he knows best. He still gets the wrong people. He kills himself anyway because he knows how much he's best because he's stressed out for reasons. All the drug situation that's everybody that gets killed potentially that's going on, but then we don't see any of it. And then every night he sees his wife, who is supposedly has a new intro. This is in all the movies. They fell in love from the timeless. Then the movie ended, and in between all of that, there was about 60 minutes of stock footage, none of which had any context. And that was Neil Breen's Double Down. Oh, I forgot to mention the ball sack. There was ball sack in the movie.
I wish there wasn't.
So, that was a long way of both of you saying, I don't know. Because
Yes.
neither of you told me what the film was about, you just told me what happened in it. But now, before I go any further, can either of you tell me what Neil Breen's name was in the film? Because if you can't even tell me what his character was called, the fuck am I asking you what happened in the movie for?
My name is Aaron Brand.
Now I will be
Always thought I
testing
was
you
doing
both
the
at the
right
end
thing
and asking you what his name is, right?
I will
I was
not
the first in my
remember his
class in
name.
college in computer.
Aaron Banks.
I want to say Aaron, yes.
Because Cisco said it.
Well, I remember it's a name with A.
I should have kept my mouth shut, couldn't I?
Because when you told us during the movie, I'm gonna ask you his name. I say I'm gonna remember his name, and I made a mental note about what his name was, and all I can remember is that it starts with A.
Well, you're both wrong. You because you don't know, and you because you got it wrong. Meeks would be very disappointed in you. He's called Aaron Brand.
Oh, what was
To you too.
That's close enough.
Double down is indecipherable.
Yes.
Double down is inexplainable. Double down is inexplicable. Double down is a series of unconnected home movie-esque shots in the desert because it's free, interspliced with far too much stock footage which has no context or link to what we're seeing or being told.
Yeah, I think that it's also worth noting that almost all the story is told through his narration, which doesn't help, but it's just constant narration throughout. And then
Not really, not the story, just the background.
Yeah.
Because the exposition is all him talking to somebody. Half the time it's him on the phone and you don't hear the other side of the conversation, and it's literally lines like, who? Where? I have him on the GPS.
Yes.
Send the correction.
But he doesn't
Your
even.
code is wrong.
He doesn't even give you enough information, even for half the conversation.
No.
He doesn't even give you enough information to say, okay, I don't need the other half. I understand what's happening.
Yeah, and the rest of the exposition are monologues by Neil Breen in the vicinity of another character. Usually they're not stood anywhere near each other, and it's just shot, reverse shot, both with this weird blue sky background behind them.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
they're not actually conversing. The other character will say something. Neil will then rattle off some weird conspiratorial whatever about war not being fought by soldiers, and everything is, what is it, network-centric warfare these days and all that kind of nonsense. The film itself, though, as I said, is all these scenes, and none of them are really connected.
Yes.
It's a jarring experience, and before we watched it, you told me it was your favourite Neil Breen film.
Well,
we've all seen it before. Having watched it again, is that still true?
Well, so yes, we've watched.
Yes?
This.
Is that the
No,
answer?
no. Well, no. I want to say no, but here's the thing. So he has like 4 movies that we have watched together.
5.
5 movies that we have watched together. So out of the 5, years ago, 3-4 years ago, I said this is the best of the 5. And before I rewatched this movie, I would have said yes, this is the best of the 5. And now that I watched it, I'm thinking one or two things. How can this have been the best? How? Like how? How can this?
I think I can answer that, right? You haven't seen it for a very long time, and you've seen a bunch of his other ones since then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This film, if you get rid of all the stock footage, which you're not going to remember,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of scenes that are just amusing or baffling.
Mm-hmm.
You've got him meeting the old man,
Oh, that was great.
and then instead of going over to speak to the old man, he inexplicably runs up the little hill, and then the old man falls over and dies, and he comes back down the hill. So you're engaged in that, and it's just weird. What you forget is, like Cisco said, about 60 minutes. I don't actually know how long it is. I'll tell you what. I'm going to punish myself in editing, and I'm going to count up. I'm going to put a counter just how long all that stock footage is. But you have all that stock footage,
Yes.
and you don't really remember all that stock footage because it's not memorable at all.
Well, the other thing is, the stock footage, it's not pertinent to the scene. It's not adding anything to the scene. It's not moving the story anywhere.
No, but he seems to think that it's giving context or portraying something. Otherwise, he wouldn't have it in as much as he did.
Problem is, he's such an incompetent filmmaker. We have no fucking clue what he's trying to convey.
We're on the move. To commit.
To the moon?
It's starting now.
Is that firework a diversion? Like,
You can
really fucking sticky.
But it's jam, mate.
It's really fucking sticky. I just really dipped. This feels wrong in so many ways.
Do you want me to help?
You'll die. It's just weird on me, aren't you? This feels really, really wrong. So hang on, it's gonna be on my hand, doesn't it?
Are you finger banging it?
You finger bang that jam, Meeks. On your face.
I don't know why. This is really hard.
No, you just rub me on like it's lotion. Oh, yeah, that's sure.
That's fine.
I think that's enough.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Oh, you put it on like Joker makeup? It's not so much as like it managed to go everywhere. Okay.
Yes, the notes were for summarizing the movie. I'll need them for We Are Kid ... now.
That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Oof.
Is that actually...
What?
I don't know, with him not being on camera.
With him not being on camera because he's left.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if this was part of the recording or not.
We'll figure that out in editing. We will figure that out in editing. Right.
Was I not supposed to stand up?
Continuity, you do. Like we cut away and you're there and then you're just over there.
We're watching Neil Breen double down. Continuity is not a thing. I think it's on par with the movie that we're watching.
Yeah.
No, that is a damn insult to us. Our continuity is 10,000 times better than Neil Breen's.
What I'm saying is it makes sense for the episodes to have not continuity in order to match the movie that we're watching. Because it doesn't have any continuity.
I love the fact that Ito's first episode, we do a movie that is impossible to discuss or talk about. Like, we had real trouble with Lethal Ninja because the thing was edited out of order, the scenes didn't make any sense, the motivations didn't make any sense, and things were weird. That is fucking nothing compared to this.
That movie we had so much to say on, because even though all of that, we were able to piece it together ourselves.
Yeah.
To a point where we had an idea of what that movie was supposed to be. Not what it was, but what it was supposed to be. What the fuck was with his parents? I know they were dead.
Where are you?
Where
are you?
Because, like, you wouldn't... I understand with his wife... Because you're showing...
Do you? Because he's got her in a fucking body bag! Is that literally her body?
I at least understand what happened to her and
shot.
why he is so desperately clinging, in theory, to her memory or whatever. But then just in the middle of this all, there's a scene with his dead parents in a lake where he's kneeling in the water.
Lake that he poisoned fish in.
Yes, the same lake he put anthrax in to kill all the fish. Which I'm not sure one tube of anthrax would have done that, but it's Neil Breen.
Was it even anthrax he was putting in at that point?
I don't know. It was Neil Breen. It was probably super mega duper anthrax. But then he's kneeling in the water talking to his dead parents, and they have that. He reaches his hand and they reach theirs. He loves that shot because he uses that in the I am here ... now. Again, several times. And I think he uses it in some of his other movies as well. But what was the point of it? Why was it there? Like, it came out of nowhere, and then isn't it immediately after that he's at dinner with...
It's not immediately after that, but there is a link, because he asks one of the people... He asks the dude if the dude saw his parents, because the guy says,
Yes.
I met you at the lake, and you're like, hang on, the lake that was in his dream and or hallucination and or in heaven?
And all poisoned with anthrax.
Because the scene is set up, he goes to his parents'... We don't know, it's just some grave. He goes to his parents' grave. It cuts to him kneeling in the lake, and two people in white gowns are there, whom are his parents, apparently. And he says, I've got to know. And I think he's asking if there's life after death, because he asks if he's in heaven, he asks if they're in heaven. Then the guy at the dinner says, I saw you by the lake. And he's kind of like, oh, you did, yeah. Hey, did you see them? My parents? Oh, never mind, it doesn't matter. And you're like, hang on, you weren't at the lake, though. You were at their grave, and you were either hallucinating or dreaming that you were at the lake, maybe. So your question was, what was that about? Which is a nice question and easy to answer. I don't know, but I think it was supposed to be that... My interpretation of that is his parents are dead. He's gone to the grave to ask them if his wife is in heaven. Is there life after death? Because his wife's now dead, and maybe he's thinking about killing himself. We think, maybe.
Really?
Maybe.
I agree to a point. I think he meets the parents to gauge whether there's a heaven or not because of his wife, but rather because he's seeing her. Like, he wants to be sure that she's in a better place or something like that.
But he can speak to her directly. He does do, wouldn't he?
I was about to say... So, do you have a scene?
So, toward the end of the movie, for no reason at all, Neil Breen brandishes a knife and starts cutting into his own arm, of which he pulls out his small diode, maybe, and says, don't need this anymore. What the fuck was that, and why did he need it in the first place? Because as we've said, like, I am here ... now.
Well,
I am here ... now. Good luck, you do. Do you want to clap, you do? Pathetic. So, as you can probably tell, trying to describe and or review Double Down is next to impossible, because I don't think he knew what it was all about, you know?
Yes.
It almost feels like he had a very basic outline, which is, I'm the best super spy ever, and because I'm so amazing they can't kill me, so somebody killed my wife, which gives me mass depression, and maybe I speak to her in the nighttime. That's the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to make it up as he goes.
Yes.
Whatever he feels like at the time, or whatever he can film. That's what it kind of feels like. Cisco, fuck it. What was your favourite scene in Double Down?
My favourite scene...
Given the fact that I've already taken the best scene, so you can't have it, with that in mind, what is your favourite scene in Double Down?
My favourite scene in Double Down, other than the one that you took, is the old man scene. Because it starts with Neil Breen, for some reason, walking around with a gun as if he's looking for someone.
Which he's already checked and has no bullets in it.
Yes. He then spots the old man, who kind of stands up and mumbles something, and instead of like addressing him or anything, he runs up a hill and around the back, and the old man gets up to his feet, falls down, hits his head, and is pretty much dying. Neil Breen arrives, and the old man, who is clearly concussed and dying and probably dehydrated and everything, gives him a rock and goes, "You're the one, you're the one," and then dies. And he gets his magic rock.
Yeah, instead of Neil Breen maybe trying to aid the man...
No, doesn't give a shit.
Is given a bit of pyrite, goes, you know what? I am the one. Dear Diary, today I met an old man by a cave. I ran away from him and he fell over and hit his head like I knew he would. Then he gave me some pyrite. Now I am the one. The end.
I am your spirit.
Is that supposed to be the old man? The bird?
The bird.
Because he said, I know your spirit. Oh, help him.
Help me again.
I'm so alone.
Definitely needed to hide these laptops away in a bin bag in the desert.
They're not gonna overheat at all.
Yep, this is broke. Oh man.
Neil Breen's idea of storing laptops is to shove them under rocks in the middle of the desert.
Yes.
Sometimes in a bin bag if he's got them and it hasn't blown away in the breeze.
But yeah, it was a daft scene. It gave us the rock as well, the magic, or rather, the completely unmagical rock.
The unmagic rock, the rock that does nothing. Yeah, the bit of pyrite that failed to cure cancer.
And failed to bring his wife back from the dead.
Didn't do anything
as
else.
Most rocks would. You know,
what do you mean I picked up the wrong couple?
Oh man, the best spy ever, and he gets the wrong couple.
Get out. The marriage is over.
What?
Get out.
That's not how marriage works.
You still have a dude in the trunk.
Not anymore.
Like that, and he's like, "I got the wrong couple."
I can't. I'm Breen.
That's hilarious to me. It's like, how can you have the wrong couple? You're the best. You're just the best. That's it. And you murder the wrong couple. So he obviously goes for the right couple. So I think he goes back to the drive-through chapel, but then he cuts to a scene where the other couple is sitting next to like a lake, a beach or something like
one lake.
The one lake. And they're sitting next to each other and like this tiny rock, and so really close to each other, and they're leaning one to each other, and you can see them from the back, and the camera starts moving around to see their front. But apparently
and he's
already
got
been
tomato
shot.
sauce on his head. Oh no!
Suicide.
They committed suicide.
By shooting themselves directly in the forehead.
Yes. They kept been sitting and they're lying.
It's
each
pathetic.
other.
I think is what
Right
you're
in the
saying.
centre of the forehead as well.
With tomato sauce. Yeah, I think the word you're looking for is pathetic. If we're supposed to believe that that's what that is, that's pathetic.
Anyway, that's my favorite scene.
It's absolutely stupid.
And cut.
Every time, mate.
So rich, is
Double Down isn't a film, it's an experience. That's the best way I can describe it. It's like you don't sit down and watch it, you sit down and you experience it, because it's not linear, it's not a visual thing. The film doesn't play out before your eyes, it plays out on the back of your brain, where while you're desperately trying to put context to whatever is supposed to be happening. Now, having said that, everybody's favourite scene. Because it's the scene.
Yes.
Neil Breen spends the entire film talking about how amazing he is, how everything's fucked, how he can destroy anybody on a whim, how he can start and end wars, how no government ever dares go near him because he is the best, how he's a multi-time millionaire but has literally no money because he gives it all away to children's charities, and that he lives on tuna, that's all he needs, no water, just tuna, and his car, laptops, and phones. He is the ultimate freedom fighter, he is a bioterrorist, he is a super sleuth, he does jobs for the government. He also then tells us in voiceover that he has to let the government think he's working for them, if you remember that scene, which is very confusing. So he plays along and pretends he's helping them, but then he actually helps them. So I don't know what that's about. But toward the end of the film, when an almost plot point happens, Neil Breen has a crisis of conscience, sort of, and apparently he's working for not the United States. It's the best way I can put it, because we're never told anything different. Like, we don't know what country or government he's supposed to be working for, but he has to shut down the Las Vegas Strip, apparently, even though we see nothing to that effect. We don't ever see him do anything that's going to help that or further that or anything like that. For some reason, he's going to shut down the Las Vegas Strip, and he gets a crisis of conscience, and his patriotism briefly gets the better of him, and he hurls himself to the floor in a hilarious scene. It's just him in the desert, and he hits the floor and starts screaming, "I can't go on with this. I can't go on with this. I love this country. I'm an American. I love America." And then, bald eagle flies past and all the rest of it, and the American flag flies in the wind. You cut from there, from the amazing acting of Breen on the floor.
Of course.
I love this country. I'm an American. To what I assume, when he pictured it, was this raw, visceral scene of pain and anguish coming to the surface. His
emotional explosion.
Yeah, his American patriotism finally pulled him back from the brink, and it's too much for him to bear. So he runs down a mountain screaming into the air, and it's just raw power, and the Oscars come flying in, and everybody sat in the many cinemas that it obviously played in, applauding, because it's the most emotionally wrought scene they've ever seen. What we actually get, though, because as we said, he's not the best filmmaker, is somebody, I think, slightly embarrassed that someone might hear him. And so you get the most pathetic 50-year-old man in a tank top and jeans, bare arms to show his muscles, and a warble, and as he sort of clumsily falls down a hill, starts to jog across an open plain. Clearly it's taken too long for him, so you see it cut and he's halfway across, cut again and he's further along, and everybody falls about laughing, because the patheticness of the is hilarious. Him running down the hill like this is hilarious, especially because you know how he envisioned it when he was putting it together.
Yeah.
He was running and screaming, but no, because that would be far too embarrassing if anybody saw you doing that.
It's far more embarrassing to not commit. It's far funny. If he'd committed to that, it would have probably not been anywhere near as funny.
Yeah.
That's right, commit to the scream. Just keep running, Breen.
Just keep running.
Never stop running.
I work as a freelance agent now for many countries, making millions of dollars, closing down a bank, fixing an election. It's all easy. Network-centric warfare.
Right, so here at sort of the halfway point. Sorry, future me, who has to edit this shit. Double Down. Would you recommend Double Down?
Yes. but only to people who are really like into bad movies.
I think so. I think
Really, you would?
yes.
After all your screaming and complaining?
It's like you say. It's an experience. It's something that you need to experience.
I don't even want you anymore! All I want is the drugs and the money!
Thank you. Thank you for the gifts. It will be well worth it.
It's very warm here and it's very late.
Yes.
Double Down is the first film I would recommend going in one of these.
It's stuck to.
Yes.
Hey.
Oh no, you didn't.
Fine, I can fix this. I can fix it. Maybe.
Thanks, Ito. It's half sealed forever now. Double Down is a danger to your health. It's fine. It's all fine. Oh no!
Oh,
Neil, her
what
jaw!
have you done?
Neil?
What?
What did you do to her jaw, Neil? Where are you going now? Is this shot out of sequence?
He looks confused.
Well, he is in a Neil Breen movie. Now that Double Down is a biohazard and sort of recommended.
Yes. In 60 seconds, can you sum up the plot of Neil Breen's I Am Here ... now?
I can try. Neil Breen in this movie, if he was the best in the previous movie, he was still mortal. In this movie, he is what I can only assume the second coming of Jesus. That's quite literally portrayed because there's a cross, there's the shadow of a cross, and he descends from the cross, and he has markings on his hands and on his feet. Except he has motherboards on his arms and on his chest. Never mind that. He's.
I would say to your, he's the second coming of Jesus. He's more than Jesus. He himself says that he made the solar system.
Yes.
Jesus didn't make a solar system. Jesus was the Son of God. Fuck that. He's everything. He's Neil Breen, the Messiah. He's gone full artsy bullshit because there's fucking doll heads on the floor and all that bollocks, which means nothing. But he's gone full artsy in this shit. Neil Breen went from the best secret agent, fuck you, James Bond, to the best God, fuck you, God. Yes. He is now the be-all and end-all of everything.
Yes.
Yes. Yes to you too.
He is divinity incarnated in this movie.
So if I was going to try and summarize this movie...
Why don't you try and summarize this movie instead of beating up poor Ito who just wants to die now?
Yes, please.
Neil Breen crash lands... doesn't go. Neil Breen is God, come to check on his creation. He's disappointed, and then he leaves.
No. He is disappointed. He stops a bunch of people from government or whatever.
Six people. No.
6 people.
Neil Breen is God. He shows up in a paperweight. He walks past some doll heads. He has sex with a prostitute at either in the past or now. He youths a veteran who lives on the street and forces him to be the new husband of somebody who's struggling for money, and he clearly has no job. He makes a couple of people bleed from the eyes, and he then buggers off, having put 6 people on crucifixes in the desert, threatens mankind, but doesn't tell them the threat. He just whispers it in the desert. And he then buggers off telling them that he's going to come back and fucking do it again. Neil Breen, I am here... ... now.
I don't feel so good. Cancer chemo is kicking my ass. I always wanted to see this before I died.
Cisco.
And
is Neil Breen, I am here... ... now better than Double Down?
Yes. Well... Oh.
You see?
Here's the thing. Yes, technically... Well...
Holy shit. We've died and gone to heaven.
Because she's the one who goes on being an escort, and then she convinces her sister to become an escort as well.
And then later gets fired and has to become an escort.
Yes. So the sister with the boyfriend should have been fired first, and then it makes sense to me.
You know what I think happened? I think one of the actresses said, "Fuck this!" and she left. So he refilmed the other scenes with the actress that was left as his new main heroine, protagonist, whatever, because she chases him down at the end.
Yes.
And then he maybe takes her into space or leaves her.
We don't know about that.
We don't know. It's never explained.
All women don't actually have jobs. They're just lying to say that they have jobs when they're actually all hookers.
And
every
strippers.
single one of them is a prostitute on the side.
La 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 la. They're off now to start their new life, thieving cars and whoring.
Yeah.
You know what else I learned from this film? Business is bad. Well, I'm doing horrible things that will fuck over the environment, but at least it's giving me money.
And I'm going to send a gift of twin prostitutes.
Then you cut to him and he goes, I'm going to vote on the thing that they want me to vote on because I'm bad. Because I think, as far as I'm aware, Neil Breen, the filmmaker, kills off her boyfriend so he can have the sex scene and not have it be morally awkward for him.
And I don't know why. I don't know why it's jumbled, other than pure incompetence.
I don't think it was necessarily incompetence as much as it
really?
was.
Really? Then all you need is a stock. He loves his stock things, doesn't he? The stock sound of a cork coming out. I bet you can find a stock one of those. And then you see the tip of the wine bottle pouring it in, as any human pours wine.
No, you just piss it into a glass.
You don't pour champagne from a distance.
You
through
piss
what is
sparkling
clearly
water into
like
a glass.
A squeezy bottle. That was my rant about the wine glasses. Probably one of the most inconsequential.
7 minutes of rant that it's like, I'm sitting here trying to figure out how I'm going to edit this in any way, and you give me a 7-minute non-stop rant. The most animated you've been all night, and it's because they pissed soda water into glasses.
Twice. He's in it in both movies. It's in both movies.
Hey, Bob. Boop. Two hours this has been going. I know, 10.
You tell them 10.
So I have Ito's notes here because, oi, these are Ito's notes. You made notes.
I made notes.
And I might just read through some of them because, you know, it might help. Spaceship flying through the desert.
Yes, that's how the movie starts.
That's how it starts.
That's a generous for
Crystal ball lands. As it is. Image of a cross. NB.
Neil Breen.
Well, I know that, but I'm reading it as it is written.
Mm-hmm.
NB climbs down with scars on his arms and feet, in brackets, and motherboards, because he is a techno Jesus. Neil Breen states that he is disappointed in the human species. Aren't we all, Neil? Neil Breen strips a guy, takes his clothes, and freezes him in time. Then travels to Las Vegas. Environmental researchers gets fired. The sister convinces her to become a prostitute. That happens in the very next scene.
Yes. There's no time for anything else.
They join a gang to provide sexiness.
Well, yes. I didn't want to say they joined a gang to whore out.
Suits talk about blocking a vote to promote renewable energy. The bastards. Old man gets thrown out of a chair. Bribe and a gift on the streets. Swimming with the twins. Sister number 2 gets fired. Boyfriend becomes a car thief. Sister becomes a whore. Sex with Breen. Old man gets rejuvenated. Gets a family. Gang discovers an undercover cop. Attacks him, beats him to death, cuts off his finger. He's rescued by Breen. Neil Breen rescues sister, and she asks to come with him. Yeah. He stops the suits. Neil Breen leaves for the desert, returns clothes to the junkies. He then leaves. That is the story of I am here ... now in a nutshell and in its entirety. Ito, would you recommend I Am Here Now before we get to our favourite scenes? And I'm sure you'll struggle to remember what your favourite scene was.
I will recommend that for the same reasons I would recommend Double Down. It's an experience.
It's definitely an experience. I think it's better. I think we're all in agreement, despite the fact you said Double Down was your favourite, that it's better than Double Down in almost every way. I mean, we don't have him running down. Neil Breen, here's the thing. Neil Breen doesn't do any of the hilarious stuff in this one. He doesn't run down the hill screaming unenthusiastically or anything. He's usually deadpan and says and does very little. All the hilarity or like the gang.
Like, I would have said it was, to be honest, his least of the movies. I know technically it's better than Double Down, but like it's no pass through or.
Well, here's the thing. You saying that, this is fucking rough. Yeah. Like, we had to start at the beginning, obviously, but fucking hell, These are rough.
Yeah.
And sitting back to back, that is a nightmare.
Yeah,
You're telling me?
Which is what I'm saying. Like, I would recommend Double Down because it's effectively Neil Breen's origin. You know, it is his first. I'm not so certain his second is the one that is one to watch over his other ones. Yes, if you've seen all his rest, I think I would say. If you've seen all the rest of the Neil Breens and you've enjoyed them, then you should probably watch this. If you're starting, you either start at Double Down or you start at one of his better, more enjoyable movies and then go to Double Down. I'm not sure you necessarily go to this movie. I'm not going to say it because I have to...
You're way too many. Too many dots.
I think we're up to 18 or 19 dots now.
So...
Speaking of those clothes, Ito.
Oh no. Oh no.
I don't know why he throws it away.
So... Okay, he's getting him naked.
And then he's getting naked.
Then he's getting naked.
Why did you throw the clothes over there if you're just going to put them on? If you just saw a compilation of the two, of like the best bits or whatever, that's great. Because then it's hilarious. But sitting through the two of them might have been a bit of a mistake. I have higher hopes for next time. Because spoilers, the third one is my favourite. Fateful Findings is by far my favourite Neil Breen movie.
The first one was my favorite, and now I don't know what the fuck happened.
Yeah. Yeah. So me, personally, I would recommend this one more than Double Down. Just because it's pathetic in its own new way. This is Neil Breen trying to be artsy. This is Neil Breen at least having a message that's a little more understandable. His full environmental message in this, great. And you know what? Environmentalism is good. It's all good.
You can make a difference.
If we'd done them separately, we might have had an easier time, but this just killed us. It just killed us. It was a mistake. I'm going to say it right now, it was a mistake doing the two of them, and we're going to do two of them again.
You don't think that's going to be a mistake?
No.
No.
No, that would be perfect then.
I'm disappointed in your species. The human species.
Stock footage of the movie, repeated scene in the movie, drawn out scene in the movie.
Not just repeated. He has them repeat dialogue a lot as well. So it's not like the scene is repeated, but they say the line twice, and both. You know,
it's like two takes, and he's used them both.
Yeah,
they're both perfect. It couldn't be any better. I'll just use them both.
It's like if you removed all of that, this movie would literally be half the length.
Toward the end, you were like, oh, he only used the solar farm when he was standing next to the solar panels.
Yes.
So he's only used the stock. Oh, there it is again.
That was my comment.
They re-showed all the stock footage again. Twice in the end.
No. They showed it 3 times because the dolphins showed up 3 times. The wind turbines.
No, they showed it once at the beginning, twice at the end.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
While we were watching, and I was keeping an eye on the time, I was like, hang on, we're like an hour 8 minutes in. There's nothing left. He's finished. He's killed all the bad guys, and he's going to go home now. And I was like, oh, it's just going to repeat scenes and show stock footage until the end. And he does. It's like 10, 15 minutes of just repeated scenes and stock footage.
I think that's one of the major problems why I hesitate to say I would recommend this one because that there's some interesting stuff in there, there's some funny stuff in there, but that last 20 minutes is a hell of a grind.
Everything twice. At a bare minimum twice. Had the dolphins twice, we've had the wind turbines twice, you're now getting your solar farm twice.
A lot of the lines of dialogue are actually written twice, as in they say the same line twice.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh no!
3 times.
They've ruined it!
Third time's the charm.
You've ruined your twice motif. Breen? Wait, quick. If you cut out all the stock footage of Double Down, how long is the film?
35 minutes.
You know?
30 to 35 minutes. I'm gonna say 30 minutes.
Okay, well, and I'll have to go higher than that. I'll say 40, 45 minutes then. Just for whatever, we will see. I'm not doing that for that one. I don't have the time. I don't have the time or the patience to go through and remove
It's
all the
anywhere near as much stock.
Yes,
footage in
it's
that
not
one.
nowhere
Still-
near.
But still, we will find out on this.
With that one, you'd have to do if I removed all the repeated scenes.
That's what I'm saying.
and
And I
dialogue,
can't be
that
bothered.
would
I
just
can't be
be-
bothered to. I'd have to watch it again to do that. I'm have to. Oh, fuck's sake.
Hey, I watched it again, back to back.
Yeah, but Braz is going to have to watch
That's
them
me
both
saying I'm going to have to
over
watch
and-
them for editing. I'm going to have to go through and find all that.
over and over and over again. He will have to watch Double Down.
Anyway, bottom of the screen here, I'm sure future me who wants to die now can put it in there how long it actually is and whoever won or lost. Or it doesn't really matter.
Either that or a message just that says just
I couldn't be
fuck
asked.
that.
Fuck you and fuck that.
It's all easy.
What was your favorite scene from I Am Here ... now?
Okay, I gotta be careful because I'm kind of switching from the scene I said earlier, but I don't think it's one you said. So if it turns out to be your scene, as I want to do, stop me.
Okay, let's hear it.
It's in the pool. Is that your favorite scene? No. I think we already mentioned it earlier, and the more I talked about it, the more I thought because it is her the scene of the two of them trying to get on the inflatables, especially the one that falls
Do
off.
the scene again.
Yeah, just do the scene again.
No, Ito.
She fell off.
Look at the grace in the scene, Ito. The fluid, graceful motion. Look at it.
There's two pool toys which are both of different sizes.
Two inflatables.
Which bothers me that they're different size and shape. But the one of them is quite big, and the twin is sort of like okay getting under that, but the other one is a very small one, and it folds in the middle, and she falls off backwards, and you can see her crack her head on the side of the pool, and you just and then she soldiers on, bless her, and gets on
Tries
that pool
again.
toy, and eventually they
Falls off again.
But eventually she gets on the pool toy, and you know, for that achievement is something, I suppose.
So for that's your favourite scene.
Well, it was a scene we laughed at. It was a funny scene. I enjoyed seeing her.
After surviving this, that's what you got.
I think.
Hey, Ten's face that keeps popping into shot. Ito, what was your favourite scene? Let's get out of this fucking nightmare.
I'm thinking now if I should take Cisco's old favorite scene now.
Really? Because the one you had was way funnier than that one.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's creepy.
Everything's creepy.
Everything's
well, yeah.
It's Neil Breen, it's creepy.
My original pick was and is when Neil Breen is having sex with the girl, because there's a shot with just his face, like from his shoulder up, and her too. They're face to face. He's on top of her, and they are supposedly naked. I hope not. Supposedly naked, and you understand that they're having sex. So they're just looking at each other. Nothing else is happening. They're just looking at each other. And for whatever reason, Neil's Breen face keep toggling between the alien face and his human face. Yeah. That's something that happened at the beginning of the movie, and I understand having to do that for setting up I'm alien, I'm coming from outer space. So I understand why they did it at the beginning of the movie. I don't understand why they do it here. And there's just this kind of gorilla-looking face in front of the girl, and she's just there trying to keep smiling and laughing. She's trying to stay in character, but it just looks so silly.
It's literally on the back, look.
Yes. I don't know how well you can see it. If you can see it, it's right there. That's the scene.
And that's your favourite scene?
And that's my favorite scene.
I have sent gifs of that to you just to disturb you, but that's your favourite scene.
That's my favorite scene. Because it looks fucking ridiculous. He's on top of her, and the mask just keeps toggling on and off. It's like, why?
It was the second time when it was in the desert when she chased him down.
Yes.
And they did that again.
And
we broke we were laughing for a good 3 minutes because that scene broke us. The sudden transition to her rubbing noses with Neil Breen, to her rubbing noses to the gorilla mask thing, that just broke us.
It's a very touching love scene. I don't know what you're laughing at. You're ruining it for Breen. You're ruining it.
I call dibs on that scene.
Oh, man. Over 2 hours of Neil Breen discussion, and you're going to say like 5 minutes of it because the fuck is there to say about this shit? So, now that everybody wants to die, my favourite scene in a film that has just scenes, I'm just going to show because it's one of my favourite edited sequences ever. And it's when the twins first together go to the gang. And the newest sister to become the stripper prostitute, who becomes the oldest one because the other one does after this, even though she already is.
Yes.
They both meet up with the gang.
Very hot. I'd like to do any two of these guys at the same time.
What?
Hell yeah. I'll do her. Damn. Twins.
Damn, twins.
I'll do her.
I'd like to do any two of these guys at the same time.
Smash cut to the shaggy head guy just going. It's amazing, and I love that scene. And that might be the only thing I take from this film is that scene.
Very hot. I'd like to do any of these two guys at the same time.
Oh, no.
Okay. Exactly.
Yes,
Hell yeah! I'll do her. Damn.
Damn. Twins.
There's harsh audio edits.
I get her first.
Okay.
Play the sound effect again. Why? Because it's amazing, and it is my favourite scene. There are a lot of scenes, I don't know if any of them are decent. I can't say that. Ito, is this a biohazard?
It is another biohazard.
Well, since you did the last one, enjoy doing this one. There you go. Cisco, while Ito struggles with this, try not to... Because, I mean, you know what, you can, if you really want to. If the thing comes off the top, it's sealed for good. So I was trying to leave it in case I need to take the back out of the thing, but Cisco, whilst Ito struggles to do this, double down, specifically talking about double down at this point. What shelf is double down destined to go on? Well done, Ito.
Thank you.
Oh, you put it in the wrong way around. That's fine. Whatever.
I mean, it's Breen, so technically it sort of belongs on its own shelf, the shelf of Breen. But we don't have a shelf of Breen, and we're not making one, so fuck you.
I think both of them are sort of okay. Double Down, I want to say it was my favorite because I remember that it's more action-oriented. But then you need to cut the 60 to 70 minutes of stock footage.
Yes.
To become bearable.
I think you quickly forget just how much stock footage is in it, and because of that, you're just like, oh, remember the silly old man, or you remember when he goes for the dinner where they don't the family meal where they don't eat anything.
The airborne anthrax where the package just falls and spreads on the ground. That's amazing.
Excuse me. Or his wife's anthrax on someone.
Yes.
Yeah, you.
So if you cut the stock footage, you get something that is insane, but is very enjoyable. But because you have all the stock footage, I cannot give it more than sort of okay.
Yeah, that's very fair, honestly.
And on I'm here dot 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 now, it's easier to understand. There's scenes that make sense. There's a beginning, a middle, and an end, even if sometimes they're reversed, and sometimes they're crazy and they're stupid. You can follow you can follow the story where it begin and where it end, but it's boring. The overall movie, it's boring, and I think you said that, Cisco. The funny bits, they don't happen with Breen. He is overall boring. They happen to other people. Whereas on Double Down, he is the one making those funny bits. So again, boring, but still sort of okay.
Yeah, I think it's unanimous that they can't go on Thing. It feels almost weird not putting Breen on Thing, but these two, no. I know there's better to come. So, starting off where we did, which obviously you have to start at the beginning, it's rough, but we've started the journey now.
Yes. And
next time we kidnap you.
Can we cut the journey and stop it altogether
No.
and agree that it's a bad journey to take?
Well, no, because we've said these are the worst ones. We're past the worst ones now.
You've got to the rough stuff. Next is pass through, and it's
no,
all.
it's not.
Was it not pass through?
Next is my favorite, Fateful Findings.
Fateful Findings.
It's a fucking magical
Is
day.
it Fateful
you know?
Findings then pass through?
How do you survive more than 2
It's a
Breens?
fucking magical day, Ito. Get on board.
I think I know him.
I don't know if we did them justice. Did we do a decent episode on them? I don't know. I don't know.
We had...
It was fucking rough, Cisco. It was a rough fucking thing. And stop staring at me, please. For fuck's sake. Oh my god. What's this? 2 hours plus? Jesus Christ. I blame you. You know, I fucking blame you.
Dude, you basically kidnapped me.
I didn't, you know, I'm moving this. Fuck that. I'll move it back. You guys can finish this shit. I'm done. Fucking shit biscuits.
So.
Fucking shit biscuits. Come on, Ito. Finish the thing. Say the stuff. Do the things. Come on.
What things?
Finish the episode.
I don't.
Finish the episode, Ito. Do you think I'm out? Do you think I don't have any others?
That's it.
Do you think we don't have more of these? Taste the fucking rainbow, Ito! Fuck Neil Breen. Fuck Double Down. Fuck, what's the other one called?
I am here. Dot 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 now.
Fuck it! Fuck the whole goddamn thing. Jesus. It's a sweatbox and we watched 2 Neil Breen movies.
Back to back. My face was not in shot. Definitely not.
It wasn't. Look, things more exciting than Double Down. Look. It's all fine. It's all fucking fine is what it
And
is.
fuck you, Panda, for bailing on us.
Oh, he's dead. He went down the stairs. He's totally dead. Look, I can prove it.
Fuck, lucky him.
That's all that's left of Meeks. Meeks is dead.
We skinned him.
Well, I mean, you gotta do something with him. We need a new intern now, so Ito, you're fucked. You can't go home. Look, it's a panda ghost. Woo! It's all fucking fine.
Right.
We're done. Fuck you.
Yeah. Fuck you, Ito.
Well, fuck you too.
Oh, mix. Come on, man.